Hey guys, welcome back. Look what we have here today, guys. We got our Robocop model that we're going to be working on, and we're going to do stages 19, 20, 21, and 22. So, without boring you guys on what we're actually going to be doing, I'm going to tell you we're going to be working on the leg one more time. I have all the parts here that we're going to need. Just so you forgot, in case you have, we still have this side of our leg due. And we have this side of the leg to finish up. I just want to let y'all know the leg can still stand on its own. This is freaking amazing. So without further ado, let's begin on stage 19 of Build the Legendary Cyborg Robocop. As of course, here's all of our parts that we're going to be needing, and here's all the steps that we're going to be doing. Very short little clip, very short, and it's to the point. So what we'll do is we got all of our meat and potatoes. So let's go ahead, put all these together to get that leg all tidied up. Okay, so what I had to do, of course, was bring back our piece from the last stage that we had. We put this all together, we made sure that it could bend and everything. So since we've already done all that, we're not going to recap on it. However, we got to take this rubber flexible piece, take it out of the plastic, and I'm just going to let you guys see how this looks. So if you haven't purchased this model yet, or you're thinking about it, I mean, look at the detail on all that. I mean, that looks pretty close to the actual like rubber outfit that he had underneath the suit. I think it looks pretty cool. All right, it's got a little slit, little opening here, so it's got a little bit of maneuverability in there. So I think that's actually pretty cool. All right, and so you could see, if this was a real human male going into there, he had to slide into this. Okay, so he slides in, and then the foot and everything. So this is pretty good detailed. So with that out the way and letting you guys see that, I'm going to show you how you put this piece in. All right. So obviously the side with all those little cables and such, okay, they're going to be facing away from you. Everything's going to be facing in this direction. And you're just going to go ahead and slide this piece right on in. All right. So there it is. It's all in there. Everything's nice and tidy. Everything looks pretty sharp. So we're going to move on to our next phase. And our next phase is where we start to add in the upper half here. And we're going to have to basically add this in and screw it into this spot. All right. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So I brought down that sleeve just a little bit so you guys can see how this mounts in. Okay. It mounts in pretty easy because you have two screw holes here, and then you have the two that are here. And it also has an L in there, so that way you know that it is for the left leg. But you kind of want it to go in just like so. All right. So with the rubber out the way, it made it a lot easier for me to show you guys how this all ties right into place. So now that they're all, oh, there it is. All right, cool. Now that we got it all clipped into place, everything's nice and snug, we're going to go ahead and we're going to basically get ready to screw in our little areas here so that way it stays into place. And then we can move this sleeve slightly back up. So a quick thing that I want to let y'all know is that when you're putting this in and you have it facing this way, okay, and then you put your piece in, one thing that I forgot to mention, I don't know if I did it right, but when I was pushing this down, I realized that I had it on the wrong side. So you kind of want the little cap here and this to line up, and all the hoses on this side of your piece, and then this back side here, this piece, to be on the back side lined up like that. So if I put it on wrong on the last little clip and you've seen it, it probably came out in editing that way. So without further ado, the BP screws that I have here are going to go, all right, not in these two slots. So don't even think about it. But you're going to slide this down. This is why I think that I might have put it down wrong, or I moved it around to get it down. Don't worry, you just slide it down. Your BP screws are going to be going into these two slots right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in, and then that'll complete our stage 19. Alright, so we lost some footage, and it's not that good, but this is the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Basically, all this screwing in and all that good jazz. And basically, we're just gonna put in these two screws. A little boring to watch, but since we lost a little bit of the footage, we're just gonna let you guys see the relentless energy that we put in to putting this together. Now, as you can see, I do screw it in, and I get it in as and screw it in as tight as possible without breaking it, of course. But once I have it all screwed in and I'm snug, then I'm like, okay, we're good, and then I move on. So really easy stuff, guys. Really easy stuff. So now moving on to our next stage here, or step, I should say. And when I move on to this is kind of like, just basically taking our little heel rod, and we're putting it in place so that way we can attach this side of his leg to the other side, and then later on attach that to the heel of Robocop's foot. Basically, it's just two screws. Put them in nice and tight, nice and snug, because you don't want them to move. Because once we put the caps that are coming up later into this leg, you can't go back and open up Robocop's leg. So I like to make sure everything is good to go before we decide to seal up all of his leg. So there we do. We have everything good to go. I've squeezed it together to make it as seamless as possible. Now I'm going to use these screws, and there's only two of them. They go into two slots along the leg, one just slightly above his ankle, and then the other one goes into that calf section. But for right here, this is where we're attaching it to the heel. I put it snug to me because I wanted the heel to be tight on it, so it wouldn't really give him too much wiggle room. So once we put those two AM screws in and we're all satisfied with it, then we're able to basically move on to the next phase. So now I've already put the leg together in that sense, and then so I make sure that this side has the same AM screw and it's in place. Once it's snug and tight to my likeness, then I give it a quick test. That test is usually done behind the scenes, so that way when we show you on the video, it comes out showing you that everything works. Okay, so here's a little tidbit for you that you can see the leg is completed. There was a minor hiccup that I found in the process of making the video, so I have decided to come back and just show you guys the completed end result. This kind of stinks because I thought it was recording. Instead, it was recording you while I was working on the stuff. So it was all opposite. So for this video, it's super short for 4 videos. But here's how the end result came out. Okay. We have all of our parts. I put the AM screws in here. The rod moves. His foot moves up and down. He still has everything moving. I put on the caps for the back of the calf and the kneecap there, but they call it the kneecap, but it's really not the kneecap, but you know where it is, the inside of his calf. And then I put on another piece here to mask it up. Now there are screw holes in here and along the sides here, so that's what these are going to cover up, so that's why you don't see the screw holes. I also was able to put in the front part of his leg, cover up the screw holes, cover up the screw and everything, and now it's all mounted nice and neat. Looks pretty shabby. And then we still have our rubber piece, which we put on 2 pieces there to lock it into place. and we were able to use some screws for that. So that worked out really good, guys. I mean, this leg, it looks really cool. All right. So hopefully our next video will be moving on to the rest of this leg. If we're not moving on to the rest of this leg, at least let's do the lower half of the other leg. That would be great too, you know. But other than that, it sits on uneven ground, no problem. I'm pretty content with this, guys. So this video, little minor hiccup, but not like we haven't dealt with this before. It's okay. Other models have had this dilemma as well. It's just technology these days. I thought it was playing it. It wasn't. I went backwards. That's okay, guys. We still give you the product. We still show you the end result. And if you're following at home, you got the books. So I'm not too worried at all on that. However, I just wish you would have heard all the other stuff that I put out for this. So I lost a lot of footage that was very helpful in the process, because there was stuff that I saw throughout the book and issues that we had in here. But I'm pretty content with so far how the model is looking, and that's the important part of this whole adventure of build the legendary cyborg Robocop. So if you like what you're doing, and or you like what you're watching and you haven't ordered it from FanHome, by all means go to fanhome.com and you can get yourself started on stage 1 of build the Robocop. But other than that, guys, I mean, this is looking pretty good. I don't want to keep you too long, because I got some more stuff to go pick up at the post office, so we can get more stuff in here into the shop to start working on the other models. So hopefully you're enjoying the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying our adventures here of building these metal models. And I hope you stay in tune, because we got some plastic ones that are going to be coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and keep monitoring, because we'll have some more coming out here. We just haven't decided which one we're going to make as the first plastic model that we post on this channel. If you have any ideas of what kind of plastic model you want to see on the channel, just go ahead, leave it in the comments, and we'll see what we can do for you. However, that's it for today, guys. I got to get going. Sorry for the inconvenience in this video, but hey, next video, it's going to be rocking and popping with some sound effects and some really cool stuff we got lined up for you. So hang in there, guys. And until then, you guys out there, keep on modeling, and see you on the next adventure of Build the Legendary Robocop.